Alright, Evan, how are we doing today? I'm going to start off with some Strixhaven Drafts today. I'm going to do quick drafts because doing anything other than quick drafts is incredibly tedious. So yeah, let's have a look and let's go. Just make sure everything's all working okay. Let's just test the chat's working. Yeah, it is. Excellent. Brilliant. Right, let us go. And microphone's working as well, which is good, I believe. Would be helpful. Perfect. Well, I guess I'll take this Time Warp in this double mythic pack. Verdant Knight, what does it even do? 6 mana for 2 lands. So it gives you 3 lands or 1 land for 4 mana. It's not great. Although it is pretty sweet in like a big mana kind of Time Warp deck. And like there are plenty of decks where you wouldn't mind paying 6 for this effect because the land additional stuff that you get is good in this for the blue-green deck, and I quite like playing blue-green, so I think we'll see if this one's good enough. I'll never not take a biomathematician. And again, if we're playing like a big mana kind of game, then Snow Day's pretty good. Although I do quite like just Aerialist, it's just a good card. We'll take the uncommon, I think, for now. Nothing particularly interesting here. I guess we'll just take this lesson for the sideboard. Colony is great, love that card. Test of Talent's really useful in this format, people casting loads of instants and sorceries. And this is also good as an early play, which you can use excess mana for. This is fine, but it's not like a card I'm excited to play. Archivist, not a terrible card to have as a 23rd play if I need it. Just take some other random stuff here that's not going to be played. So we've got Prodigy and Denial. I want both of these. Prodigy's probably better though, with all of the considering we're going to be playing with lots of lands in play. Golden Ratio, Invocation's better in this deck, I think. I do like me some Serpentine Curve. I'm not sure we're in the right deck for it. Mage Duel. Just a good removal spell. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy to play another Leyline Invocation possibly here. Yeah, sure. Don't mind that. A lot of 6-drops. Maybe the Snow Day is not going to get played if I'm playing all these 6-drops here. And just Guidance. Now I've got a Wizard and a Druid on 2 currently, and then I've got probably have plenty of Wizards with this biomathematician, so Mentor's Guidance is probably fine. And this pack's garbage. Is there anything I'd consider splashing? Probably not. What the hell do I even take here? Just take a Mage Hunter, I guess, like the best card in there. It's a pretty good lesson for the sideboard. I think Implementer is just a really good card regardless. And again, Archivist is fine. Oof, another colony, definitely take that. They've got plenty of 2-drops now. This is a payoff for having lots of lands in play, which is good. Managed to get another breach for the sideboard, so that's fine. This seems more reasonable as a card we'd actually play. Right, what have we got here? Another pack was not much that we want. That's sad. This card's just really good. Definitely take one of those. A Mythic in our colours. Now, I don't know if this card is playable in this format, but all the more reason to find out. They've got lots of 6-drops though. Aerialist is fine. Got plenty of Leyline Invocations already. I'll take this nice opt. Not think I'm going to be playing in this deck, but got a Quandrix Apprentice and a Colony. Let's take the Apprentice because it finds us lands. Campus is good pick up. Another Colony, so that's looking pretty good for us. On a Troll. Do we actually have anything in this deck that gains us life? I don't think we do. No, we don't. Just cut it anyway. It's a 2/3 for 2. We can play if we need to. I'm usually pick up something that does gain us life. Yeah, sure. Happy with another 3-drop in this deck, I think. Oh, definitely was waiting for Eureka Moment to turn up. Very frustrating that it took that long. Take this for my collection. Likewise with this. Likewise with this. Cheers for the like there, David Rose. Much appreciated. So we've got... Is this good enough? Is there anything else here that needs playing? How many actual learn cards are you playing in this deck? I don't think we're playing any. No, we're really not. We've got good lessons. We've got Introduction to Prophecy and we've got Containment Breach. But that's it. So it's not even worth playing any learn cards because the lessons are so mediocre. I think I'm happy with this. Like, I mean, we've got a pretty good low end here. And a pretty good top end too. And plenty of ways to get us there as well. I mean, if we play Mastery as a 4-drop, then yeah, happy with this. Let's play some games. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Just trying to need some lands off the top from the playlist, that's not too bad. And it's nice just seeing the 32 there. Right, actually peeling some lands now, which is good. Let's play another Amplimancer. Yeah, well, that's frustrating. What does this do? Create a treasure token. Okay, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. +1/+0 for each artifact. This card's pretty powerful, actually. Well, there's not that many artifacts that you play other than the treasures this is going to make, so it still trades with Amplimancer. It's not the first strike or anything. Happy to just take a trade on one of these creatures here. Unless they've got the +1/+0 card, we don't really get blown out here, so that's fine. It's got a land here. Don't really want to burn this time warp just yet, so we can just play out the Servin and the Zimone and then see where we go from there. What's this one do? Just take a trade here, hopefully. That's frustrating. Guess we cast Explore. Maybe this deck needs an 18th land, you know? Sure, I've fell into that trap too many times. Just can't do. Mills them for 1 every turn. Don't really mind giving them lands here. So we definitely want... it's probably fine to do that. They can have an island. I'll have an island intapped and a forest intapped. And put the island into play from my hand. I'm just past the turn. Oh no, honey, no. You needed the removal spell. I mean, this first game's not going particularly well, but we should be alright with this one. With this particular deck, it seems like we've got plenty of decent cards, but my opponent's just like played this very, very powerful mythic in our face, and very little we can do. Their triple color requirement mythic in their 4 color mana base that they cast on turn 4. But no, we're gonna make a 19/19 next turn, so we should be alright. Sorry, an 18/18. We'll have drawn a card by then. Just fingers crossed they don't have a removal spell, obviously. It does indeed die to Doomblade. Quite, yeah, quite. It's like they're just gonna be able to keep, as long as they keep finding instants and sorcery at the end, just keep reanimating things with Extus, which isn't frustrating, but oh, I said 4 color, and I actually realised it's actually 3 color because I gave them the map, the island. I'm just being an idiot. Super forgetful. So if we play Quandrix Apprentice first, I mean, they're milling themselves a card a turn, so hopefully, like, we might be able to stall the board enough so that they just mill themselves out, although they do have a flyer that we don't. Let's have another Inkling summoning here. No, I'm not going to trample. Not going to trample enablers here. There's not that many trample enablers. There's the 4-mana 4/4 that makes sure things with equal power and toughness makes them trample, but it's the only one I can think of. Also taking damage from this Lorehold Excavation. She's managed to find a reach creature and a flyer. Guess Historian is what they're most likely to block with here. Attack with a 9/9 as well, probably fine. We might not be doing too badly here, although you might deck. That's the only issue. So this is why I didn't really want to have to burn the Time Warp so soon. That's a big creature. So I guess they make me draw a card and they give themselves an Inkling token, probably? Yeah. Right, so it's Mentor's Guidance first. Yeah, we want Mortal Ares more likely. Gonna want Biomath Petition as well. We don't want a land. And we do want a Mage's Duel. So we want to play out. So we want to tap her to put a land into play. We want to Leyline Invocation to make a 12/12. Well, Mage Duel to make the 9/9 Fight Extus. And attack with our big fractals. And cards we got left in our library. 6. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible turn, I'm not going to lie. They've only got one card left here. Turned out to be a pretty good one. So I'm going to make me draw a card, and they can put a plus on second everything they control. That makes sense. Just jump with this Frost Trickstone. So you want to first of all cast this Leyline Invocation. So there's nothing to choose here. Then we want Aerialists, then Colony. Because we have enough mana to activate this. Play the Biomathematician out. Pump up all of our fractals. Attack with the big ones. I think that's all we can attack with here. They just took 10 for some reason there. Interesting. Oh, they're probably just going to deck out here from this Silver Quill before we can actually win the game. Oh, actually, we're dead. We only got one flying blocker, and that's a 4-3. That was a wild game. Seems to be going well so far, though. The deck seems okay at the very least. Yeah, keep this. Got Amplifier into Amplimancer, into Mentor's Guidance, so that's not too bad. Stone Rain? How rude. Well, luckily I think we should be able to play plenty of lands from here, like, not too fast. Though to be down on lands is frustrating. Yeah, that's fine, just a Mentor's Guidance here. Frostrix is good. Keep that. A little early for Leyline Invocation. Another land is fine. Get to get in for 2 here as well. Who decided to put this in the format? Like, honestly. It's a 2/4. It's a spirit. It is indeed a spirit dwarf. Just check the turn from here. I'm going to get back their Stone Rain. And they get to make a 3/2. That's pretty sweet. This card's good. It's uncommon. I guess it's a 5 mana 2/4. Actually, with 6 lands and this Ugric commitment, I don't think we care about them Stone Raining us again here. Like, whatever. Sorcery, that one. 6 land invocation, is that good enough? Probably not. Probably best off playing Trickster and Biomathematician here. Could have been tempted to trade a 2/2 for their 4/2 here and then like get to a point in which we can actually start getting value out of this Time Warp next turn, but probably not that much worth it. What is it people playing these bloody 3-color decks? Come on, like... It takes off double blue, which is frustrating, but... it's difficult for them to make any attacks here. Because of this Ample Monster becoming a 4/4. You've got a hand stacked full of gas here. Just trade off this Mathematician's doing nothing else. Is it worth a test of talents? Sure. Because there's something to do with our mana this turn at the very least. Hand, library. I'm actually going to keep that in the graveyard so that they don't generate a 3/2. Oh no, it's getting +1 with the... oh, this is a combo. It's pretty good. In which case, I'm actually happy to take this trade if they want to give it to me. Which means I probably just have to Mage Duel this thing away, which is pretty tilting, but, you know, needs must. Quite a way off getting this colony up to size, so I'm just going to take this trade. Right, okay, so we're definitely cracking for 2. I guess we're just making 6 6s here. It's not particularly interesting. But when I make the best use out of this time warp, I think, rather than just playing as an explore. Oh god, no! Why? Just making 2 spirits for 5 mana is super good. Very frustrating, I couldn't get this thing off the field. Sure. I'm not sure what gets us out of this, to be honest. These 2 together are super, super good. They've still got another 2 creature cards in the graveyard. The cards they got on deck, 24 to my 17. So do I actually need to try and win this bloody game? I think it's best off drawing 2 cards here, actually. Oh, Body of Research, not a terrible draw. I need to get, what, 4 spirits to be able to block it? Yeah, let's get rid of the lifelinker. Happy to take 8 here in exchange. This has been a very frustrating game. Ugh, vomit. Interesting that they're doing this now with one of their things that one of their spirits that can attack, rather than paying 5 with extraction to make new spirits, then exiling one of those. It seems sort of strange, but so take these, trade here, trade here. How many creatures they got left in the bin? 2 pilgrims. That's it. Right, what can we actually do here? We actually have 4 blockers as well. Colony. I know we're gaining 2 life from the Servin, but frustratingly 1 mana short of being able to actually activate Zamoon this turn. Definitely getting the 2 damage though. God, this card's ridiculous. I just wasn't in the place where I could actually kill it either. Yeah, no, I don't think I was ever winning this game. So you have to trade the Servin, the Apprentice, and the Colony. You just have to trade everything away here. Brilliant, to put another creature in the bin for him. Reasonable. Just more lands. Well, that was a frustrating game of Magic. It's like if this had never existed, then we probably would have won that game. Right, fingers crossed. We'll get a little bit luckier in this game. Now we've got the actual synergy we wanted. We've got all of the we've got the 2 mana acceleration cards, the best mana acceleration cards in our deck, and the 2 leyline invocations. So let's see what we can do with this. Crossing themes, sure. So we can play Reckless Amplemancer and then put this island to play tapped on my opponent's next turn. You have a team pennant. So we've got forest, island. So the island goes depends on my opponent's control. 2 forests in play in my control, and into my hand. Just crack in for 2. Should have left open green here for Mage Duel, but whatever. Doesn't make much difference. I don't even know if there's any flash creature in this format, but I'm not going to risk it. Probably should have checked. How rude. Stupid tokens having confirmed mana cost 0. maybe it was more worth it to draw cards rather than make the 7-7, rather than make the 8-8 last turn, but I don't think it is. We've still got a pretty quick clock. Again, another 3-colour deck. What's going on? This card's an uncommon as well, isn't it? That's a rare. Oh well. You can't really play around rares, can you? Ha! Lucky, unfortunately for you, I've already cast my Leyline Invocations, so I guess we'll... Didn't realise, I'd forgotten I had a third, but oh well. Just gets out of here. This instant, there's a sorcery. Oh, that's a fight effect as well. That's so miserable. At least we definitely get in for 8 here. Just continuously losing to our opponent, having the exact correct answer at the exact correct time in every game we've played. This is extremely frustrating. It's not even like having the good cards or anything. It's actually just having like the perfect answer at the perfect time in every game we've played. Like, I guess we just have to let them draw a card here. Oh, we just happen to draw exactly the third Leyline Invocation after they name it, having it was already played 2, and I'm like, come on. I can deal with Shadewing Laureate. I'm gonna reach creature, so... Oh, just 2-1ing himself, sure. I guess we'll take this trade as well, because it's going to get out of range of the trade next turn. I'm just drawing another Scary Colonies. That's not an unreasonable set of draws for us. Depends what they've got left in hand. I mean, sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but, you know, whatever. Right, I'm just going to go set up another game. How are we all doing anyway? Everyone in chat, how is everything going thus far? I've got a nice Friday off work for the first time in a couple of weeks, so using it to get frustrated playing Magic the Gathering, which is always a good time. Where's my chat background gone on this one? There we go. That's much better. Nice to meet yourself as well. It's good to see. Good to see people enjoying my stream. Booked a few Mondays off. That's what I always like to do. Just always try and be able to engineer it so that you can have the days off to extend other RDOs. Just having fun laughing at the election results. Turns out being a centrist loser with no policies means people don't want to vote for you. Especially if you put a Remain candidate in a Leave area. So fucking stupid. Pathetic attempt by the fucking Labour Party at the moment. Starmer's such a fucking wet wipe. What even is the point? Keith, indeed. I will take a Prismari command. Thank you very much. What does this card even do? That sounds terrible. Well, even is the best card in this pack, none of them are particularly great. Well, I don't even think it's about him abstaining or being like. It's the lack of vision. It's just like there's not given any reason to want to make the vote, right? It's just like a 3-2 with negative card advantage. Not great. This card seems fine. Yeah, I don't know what no one knows what he stands for. He just doesn't have anything going for him. I love Serpentine Curve, so I'm going to take it. I don't even know if it's supposed to be good or not, but I love it, so I'm going to take it. I love Ardent Dust Speaker as well. Yeah, sure. Yeah, happily take a Test of Talents. Aerialist is sweet. Take a lesson for the sideboard. Is Pledge Mage better than Thrill? I think it is. Quite like Pledge Mage. Let me just take a subtraction here. Spell Satchel Wield, which is pretty sweet. Reject is fine. Definitely take a Prismari land. Another reject. So it seems like we're on the right seat here at the very least. I'm going to be really rude here and just take a Growth Spiral for my collection because I like it. Oh, a Regrowth as well. I mean, we can end up playing 3 colours here. Regrowth is pretty sweet, but Expressive Iteration is just a better card, I think, for this particular deck. And another dual land as well. I'll definitely take that. So clearly, Simic was open in this deck. Quandrix, is that the name? I don't even fucking know the name of the school, the bloody college isn't it supposed to be? Or is Tome Shredder better? Because this activates off things in exile as well. So I think I'm happy with Tome Shredder. There are just no blue cards in these packs. Teach by example, it's not brilliant. Elemental Something's fine as a lesson. Pledge Mage is sweet. Probably need any more than 1 Arcane Subtraction in the deck. Likewise, don't need more than 2 Reject. Well, Denial's fine. Another land. Might have to be in Simic in Teamer here to actually be able to get a functioning deck out of this pile. Let's take the Mythic. Oh, 3 damage spell. Definitely take that. Let me just have a look. Maybe we do just go into Teamer because Eureka Moment's really good, or Heated Debate's just a good removal spell that doesn't force us into a 3rd colour. Just take a lesson here. I will definitely take another Dust Speaker. I love that card. Or we'll hesitantly take this dual land in case we end up in Teamer, which probably won't be though. Spell Satchel, I'm happy with all of those. Prismari Apprentice is sweet too. Don't think I'm going to be playing either First Day of Class or a Resculpt, so Elemental Masterpiece is okay. So that's 4 lands, 22, so you need 1 more like playable. What do we even put in? How many actual lessons have we got that we want to actually put in our deck? We've got elemental summoning that we can learn for, and expanded autonomy. We could just play the elemental summoning. We've only got the one learn card as Arcane Subtraction. We've got inspiration as well. So we probably do want to have at least. Well, we've got this start from scratch as well, so we could just play a main deck elemental summoning. It'd be nice to be able to play the growth spiral with Eureka Moment, but I think this is okay. I think this is good. She says as she then continues to lose multiple games in a row, like with the last one, which I thought the deck was pretty sweet, but we didn't do very well. No blue source. Well, I guess we'll put back the elemental masterpiece. It's pretty expensive. You get to make spell satchel onto her anyway, so we're not too short on mana with the spell satchel. Just hopefully they actually cast some stuff into our reject here. Them not having a 2-drop is good. I don't need to play out the Pledge Mage. These lose value the longer the game goes on, so yeah, get over him. That means if you find an island off the top, we can play Prismaria Apprentice and leave Spell Satchel open. Again, I think we should leave open this reject here. Deal. I found the island to turn too late, but just play out the Prismaria Apprentice. A mental summoning triggers this, so whenever a non-token creature dies, create a 2/1. Yeah, sure. Get in for 3 here. I guess they can sack the Necrotic Fumes. They can't make a good attack here though, because they've got a 4/4. To just make this unblockable. And I should tap the 4/4, I think. It's instant? Yeah, it's instant. Now, are we saving these counters for cards now? Come on, opponent. Please do a thing. They must have some kind of instant hit, which is why the client isn't auto passing for them. They must have disconnected. I mean, I'll take the free win if they do disconnect. Come on, opponent. Okay, please do not connect to the client. That would be appreciated. No, they've played a 2-2. So rude. Well, I have to exile the creature rather than sacrifice it, so they don't get the 2-1. It's pretty funky. Sure, I'll just crack in. This destroys an artifact. I could just killed the Quill and the Silver Quill Apprentice. That's stupid of me. Just leave these open for the moment. Just no need for me to engage currently. Guess we play out the Pledge Mage, leave open command and debate. Need a Vosh altar of this card. Interesting what they're going to name here. I probably would name Heated Debates winners in this instance. Probably seems like a good card to name. I have these Prismari decks. Elemental Summoning. Oh yeah, that makes sense. They've already seen it. Do I just kill the Quill and the Silencer? Or do I just send Prismari Command upstairs and just try and get them with an unblockable creature? Probably do just send it upstairs, you know. 2 damage on any target. That's the only target, that's the artifact. That's a reasonable draw as well, so we can just shrink this deliberately to make the Prismarian Apprentice unblockable. She expanded attack and asked me for next turn to make this a 5/5 unblockable, would be sweet. Still think we're winning this. So we can play Expanded Anatomy on Prismari Apprentice. Make it an unblockable 5/5. Then we have Heated Debate for next turn as well. Well, we don't have it for next turn now, but I guess we will respond by just blowing up the Silverclaw Apprentice because we're losing the... Because we're going to be losing the card out of our hand anyway. Because then we can draw a card off Spell Satchel to find another instant or sorcery. We found one. No, I will discard these lands actually and keep all of those. Not that it mattered because they were dead on board anyway, but they might have had a spell. Eliminate or something. I'll take it. Much appreciated. Theta Cognition. Any particular place that name came from? Oops. Keep clicking the wrong Chrome window. Oh, sick. My messages come through on the right place. Metacognition. Oh, I like it. It's clever. Just play Campus into Campus so we can play Reflective Golem on 3. We can double our Arcane Subtractions and learn twice if we really wanted to. Raging Goblin. I guess we actually want to play Quandrix Pledge Mage on 3s. This one scales longer than this one does. Well, scales are easier with this one. It scales better earlier. It costs 3 to equip to a regular creature. Yeah. Spell Satchel is a sweet draw. This card's been pretty impressive so far. Two, 3, I think it's plus on Vigilance. It's not a bad card, that. Just going to burn this Subtraction now to get a counter on Spell Satchel and Pledge Mage, and to try and get... yeah, so we can get start from scratch here and it can kill Hall Monitor. Yeah. Puts counters on each of my things. Maybe we should have Heated Debate before damage there, try and get the extra point, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I mean, it means we can destroy the thing they target with this dueling coach now. Don't think there's anything for a single red that can blow us out here. There's the thing that makes a spirit when the creature dies, but I think that's fine trade for them to just get 1 mana spirit on their turn. Pretty far ahead on board as it is, so... Strange block that. Spell Satchel's extremely flexible. It's been, as I said before, it's been very impressive. Probably shouldn't have played the land when I was going to be Dust Speakering this turn. I mean, at least I don't have to draw these lands. Guess they equip the Pennant to the first striker. Let's attack with this Pledge Mage. Do I wonder if they take the Chomp Block now or next turn? Take it now, sure. Not unreasonable. I wonder if they take the double block here. Yeah, I will happily take that. Just please, no draw extra things. Yes, land is what I wanted to see. Not from the top of my deck, though. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. And 12 lands and 6 spells. Ah, fly's a pretty good thing to draw here. You have a Team Pennant. Which actually means their clock is quicker than mine here, which is frustrating. Because we're 1. They'll be on 1 when I die. That is not a terrible draw. Because now I can actually draw a card off the Spell Satchel. And draw land number 13. Luckily, the double block here is just a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1. Okay, might be dead here. What is this? If it hits a land, they gain a life. If it hits a non-land, I take 1. So just gotta hope they don't mill a land here. Just no blocks. Don't see any point in blocking here. They've not got instants and sorceries to put back, have they? No, they don't. 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've only got 3 lands left. I have 19 cards. Oh, they comes to be tapped. Oh shit. We might actually have lethal even if they gain a life here. Ah, it didn't matter. They didn't even. There we go. Whew, well, after drawing 15 lands out our deck, I think I'm happy with winning that game. An impressive, had huge tracts of land. Huge tract of land. Come on, server, please load. Would be appreciated. Right, of all the, I think I've done like 4 drafts today. I thought this was the worst out of the 4 decks that I drafted, and seemed to apparently be doing the best. So we'll take the wins where we can. Small victories. Right, Prismari Apprentice on. Oh, you got some more Spell Satchel on too. Do you want to play Prismari Apprentice first or Spell Satchel first? I don't even know. I think I'm not actually. I think they must be holding up the counter creature or planeswalker spell, whatever it's called. Unless they play 3. Reject. That's the one. No, my Spell Satchel. So rude. They managed to get a Rampant Growth and a Naturalize out of it. If it costs 2 or less, they get the Pest as well. Oh, it's all worked out so well for them. Like, actually going to Arcane Subtraction post attacks here, even though this would make it unblockable, just so I can get rid of this. Just so I can get rid of that Death Toucher. Expanded Nature is going to be speaks once you put counters on this and start having a pretty large unblockable threat. It's pretty good. It's a 2/2. Again, I'm just going to offer the trade here. I'd much rather kill this than have this in play. What's it? Whenever they Mage Grand of Cousin Source Spell, draw a card. Vomit. I guess we'll play out this Dust Speaker, try and also match their card advantage here. That's a 6/6. Play out this Pledge Mage. I think now we're going to have to try and kill them as quickly as possible by making this Prismari Apprentice as unblockable as we can. I think the chances of us grinding our opponent out here with this Archmage that we can't kill and with 6/6 and things in play, I don't think is very high. Vomit. 3 mana, draw 4. I guess I'll just take the double block here and just trade 1 for 1. Oh. Just blown out by a snakeskin veil is very frustrating here. I mean, we might be winning this race, you know. If they don't kill this Prismari Apprentice, we might be able to actually sneak out a win that we don't really, I really don't deserve, considering how badly I've played in this game. But we'll see. That's a lot of Serpentine curves. So this deals 7, but this attacking twice deals 8, so I think we just take the trade here. We should have to hopefully draw a creature next turn to block with. So we should draw creature into instant or sorcery. Do I have enough to cast both of these? I unfortunately do not. Whatever. Maybe they just don't attack with everything for some reason. Because I guess I could have the one which is put a creature back into opponent deck second from the top here. They might be scared of that, but they're probably just going to click a right-click attack with all. Are we doing something? They've got the copy a creature spell card here. Yeah, double major. I knew the name of that. Yeah, they found out that the line was indeed turning all their guys sideways. Although, the fact that another blocker or another removal spell would have actually made us win that game is pretty impressive. I mean, assuming that we drew another instant or sorcerer off the top to make the apprentice unblockable, but... Not a problem at all. It's much appreciated you dropping by today from watching me fail miserably at playing Magic the Gathering, but I always appreciate new viewers or recurring viewers. Any kind of viewers I always appreciate, so thank you for the follow, Henry Strider. Don't know why that's come up with the wrong alert box animation, but I will just... properties. Let me just change my widget editor. Follows. Yeah, I've currently got that as the right one. Thank you, Thieves Connection, for the follow. It's much appreciated. That's the correct follow animation. Don't know what was going on there. I guess we just play another tap thing. Crack in for 2. Edit this. Media. Change media to Vladimir Lenin coming out of a cage. Okay, so I think we just want to get this guy out of here and attack for 2. Don't really want to trade 2 pests to my apprentice here. Dustspeaker seems sweet though. Putrefine, not a bad draw for them. Guess we're doing the whole draw all the lands in the deck today. Ugh, Wrangler's really good. I mean, I will not say no to Elemental Masterpiece. Usually put the counter on the 2/2 when I have 4/4s in play. I wonder what they're going to learn for. Expanded Anatomy, that's not a terrible draw for them. Maybe I should have kept a land in hand because I've got the draw 4 discard too, but I'm going to attack these 4/4s. When I trade all of their pests for one of my 4/4s, I think I'm happy with that. Because they've already spent like 2 cards on those, so. Would very much like to draw a learn spell here, preferably the one I can use to target Reflective Golem and just draw enough cards to be able to start drawing cards off Spell Satchel. Well, I'm trying another Spell Satchel's not perfect, but I will happily trade my Elemental of Rider if the creature my opponent has in place. Let's make this attack. Probably going to have to be Spectre of the Fens here. I'm not going to take the trade. What do they have open here? I feel like if we can draw some like an instant or sorcery some point, they're gonna turn the corner pretty quickly with this removal spell and this pump spell. Like, it's gonna have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power on the board, 10 power on the board. It's like a 2/10 clock, and they can start draining us out with this as well. Just gonna loot, just gonna rummage. Sorry, with this learn. I'm gonna grab this. Ugh. Artifact destruction spell. It's pretty good for them. Oh, I'm going to destroy the reflective golem instead. That's interesting. Although I guess it means it stops me from being able to find a thing that I can then copy with the reflective golem to put a bunch of counters on these. So, which would gain us a bunch of traction that we wouldn't otherwise have. Ugh, that isn't exactly not what I was looking to draw. Just have to cast it to get counters, I think, no matter what they play. Sure, take 6 down to 11. I have Prismari Campuses in play. I'm honestly not supposed to be this bad at this game. Seriously. It's supposed to be okay, but I'm just clearly like missing everything. Yeah, that's terrible of me. Not that it makes much difference, because I don't think I was winning this game when I was so far behind with so many lands in play. Because I had so much stuff that just did nothing. Do I have a Colwell Archivist in this sideboard? I do not. Right, remember how your campuses work. No justice. Remember how that works. Yeah, so I'm on the draw, probably find a third land. Cast most of our spells off those. Please, no! Stop playing non-creature spells. We should have discarded the Elemental Masterpiece there. I guess Elemental Summoning does the least here. Oh, something I can actually reject. Oh, thank you, opponent. It's much appreciated. And finally found a land, so we can blow this thing to smithereens. Get a start from scratch, probably. No, expand on top. Expanded Anatomy is probably better. Just play out this Tome Shredder. Reasonably stabilizing on the board. He's even trade through the gain 2 life, get +X card. Sure, I will take trading for possibly the 1/1 and also make either the 1/1 or an Instant Sorcerer's Bill or both. That's +3/+3. Well, means there is no point in putting a counter on it. It's fine. Just traded a 3-mana spell for a 2-mana spell. I guess we're mana inefficient on that one, but thank you for the land. I'll play this Dust Speaker. Please don't counter this. They must have the draw to put a land into play. Quandrix Command. Square up. That's fine. Reasonable trade, I think. On 6, next turn we can cast Elemental Masterpiece. It's not terrible. I'm just gonna blow up this 2/2. I've got plenty of actual stuff going on here. Serpentine is not a bad draw either. You know, they have Quandrix Commander and Rapshit Creek, but they're just going to scry in their main phase. I'll take it. Scry to the top. Just me just cast this spell satchel. Just start casting spells whilst I can do, so that they don't have a counter spell hand for them next turn. Although if they're going to have a counter spell, they'll probably save this for Elemental Masterpiece anyway. But start putting counters on spell satchel. Try and gain a card advantage. Race whilst they're doing nothing. Interesting they're sacrificing it. I guess they want to scry, but very weird play there. Well, show me. Let us see what you've got there, opponent. Just no blocks. Could be a test of talents. Whirlwind denial. Fuck it. It's resolved. I was not expecting that. It's gonna scry, I guess. They must have kept the Groff on top when they scried last turn. I'll just put something to the bottom as well now. Okay, I'll take that. There's not. I is automatically passing here, so they can't have Snakeskin Veil or no, it's going to concede, or the +2/+2 spell. Oh, exiles it as well. Double bubble. Just get this Pledge Mage out as early as possible. Pledge Mage. This card's been very impressive. Oh, there's a bit of a non-bow Tome Shredder with Dust Speaker. I guess we want to prioritise Dust Speaker to the more powerful effect. And also put them back in the deck as well, which is sweet. Just do scry one whenever card leaves the graveyard, yeah. Sure. No blocks. I will happily take either of these trades. They have the +1/+1 spell. Just run no blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's me to 10. Attacking for 8 on my next turn, down to 4. Maybe they're dealing 3 damage to everything with the dragon spell. I forget what it's called now, but Pigment Storm. So still got 7 attack, 7 power here, so I can go 2, 4, 7, puts them to 5. And then need to lead back some amount of blockers. Sure. I'll take the risk. Sure. I was doing nothing else if we weren't winning that game quickly, so I had no cards left. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for hanging around for the stream today. It was a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I hope we all take care and stay safe. If you want to go follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, my link tree's in the description as well.